It's about the same size as Dunedin.
Oh, I like Dunedin. I
like Dunedin too.
Dunedin's good, but I just can't stand this kind of North Island versus South Island attitude. I mean, we're all in the same boat.
Yeah, they are very responsive down here, but by the same token, they're fickle. It was strange in that we actually completed the first half of our national tour. We did the South Island to promote our luxury length album. And the strange thing was that we found there was a complete turn against us, in Dunedin, South Island.
Yeah, there's a bit of some sort of anti-Dunedin feeling going on at the moment, and not just Auckland. I don't know why. We didn't really sort of ask for anything. Maybe we've just been a bit too heavily promoted or something, and they're not liking it. They're sort of, all the other centres are searching around pretty desperately trying to find things that they can be really proud of.
If you've got good songs, that's the most important thing, and that's what all the Dunedin bands have concentrated on. They may not be great musicians, but they've all written good songs, and they've got up on stage, they haven't dressed up, they haven't added a bit of Duran Duran or a bit of ska or a bit of whatever maybe they should have added. They've just written good songs, got up and done the songs, and the Dunedin audiences have reacted to the songs.
The Chills are widely touted as the next big thing in Dunedin after Toy Love and the Clean.
The Chills were the sort of kids that stood outside the cook because they were obviously too young. Primarily Martin Phillips, the singer, guitarist who writes their songs.
Well, I think the Dunedin sound is, for some reason, a lot fuller than most other centres. It's sort of everybody's playing to the full capacity of their instruments, really.
Well, Martin is a great listener to all sorts of things, and the 8 songs that I've heard of the Chills that have either been released or are going to be released cover such wide ground. It's really quite phenomenal for someone as young as Martin.
I don't sort of model it. I model songs into things, sort of commercial songs, but I think I'm just quite lucky in the fact that I write a song and it's pleasing to me, and I'm lucky that a song that pleases me also pleases lots of people for some reason. Well, about the only really optimistic song we ever wrote was that one, Oncoming Day, which you filmed for this. And even that's a wee bit sort of twisted. But the others are sort of usually about nightmares and just sort of people I meet and things.
Yeah, I think the Chills, they've had a few personnel troubles, people dropping out, and they're still trying to get their band finalised. But they're definitely a band that you'd invest in. I think they're a very good band.
I think Dunedin music is often accused of just being psychedelic, but it's a very silly tag. It's very limiting. It means it's just what people say so they can say, oh, that's just psychedelic, and they don't give it a second chance. But it's what I think they mean by psychedelic is music that to us is just very exciting music, and it's also very timeless. It's got no real date.
The new bands in Dunedin use open chords. They don't put their fingers right over for bar chords. They let the strings resonate, which leaves you with the impression that one guitarist is 3, which is, I think, basically a legacy from the Clean through the Velvet Underground, or vice versa. The other half of them are mostly influenced by 60s bands like Love and the Beatles.
Well, it's interesting that the leading figures in all of the better bands are all great record freaks. They've all checked out all the major records that people have told them to check out. And the influence that they really come from everywhere. There's obviously the 60s thing. The Velvet Underground's the most common one that's thrown at the Dunedin bands, but there are so many other bands. You look at Graham Downs, the Verlaines, who's got a whole lot of classical music in his upbringing, and Shane Carter, Martin Phillips, the Kilgour brothers, Chris Knox. They've all got vast record interests, and it covers everything. You hear anything from the incredible string band to, I don't know, Sid Barrett. There's just everything in there. They've all been checked out, all those records.
I listen to a lot of 60s, 50s, 60s music, especially Sid Barrett and Cramps, and about the only new thing I'm really interested in a lot is Alan Vega and Suicide.
Dunedin is a university town, so perhaps all these specialised tastes aren't surprising. But what is surprising is the effect all these keen young minds have on Dunedin's music. Not much.
Here we have Otago University, home of 7,000 dedicated, radical, whatever students. Some of them come along and see us, about 30 most nights. Most of them are too busy with their varsity work, etc., etc., etc. It's a hard life being a student, I being one myself. But that's how it goes. When we started off, we figured we want to do everything the wrong way, you know. You're not allowed to call yourselves the Stones, so we did. Nice name.